Greetings and salutations, race fans, motorsport lovers, and others, and welcome to Dakar 2021, the South African Influence. We're coming to you from the Bivouac workshop, and we've got some guests lined up. Today is not a race day. Today is Raceday in Saudi Arabia, and I'm joined by Andrew Horn. So if you've got any questions, queries, or comments, Andrew is your man. Andrew, good morning and welcome to Raceday. Hopefully we'll have some sound with Andrew when he gets going and gets back to us. More importantly, in their camper van, in Saudi Arabia, in the Bivouac, we have Henk Lategan and Cummings, who sadly are out of the race, but certainly woke up the world of Dakar with a magnificent 5 stages. Henk and Brett, thank you very much for joining us. Not so nice that it's you not in racing anymore, but we're so glad that you're all okay. Health-wise, Henk and Brett, you all good?
Yeah, no, all right now. It was a big knock. It was a bit painful afterwards, but yeah, after the trip to the hospital and so on, we're feeling good. So everything's under control now.
And what does it feel like to? I think, you arrived there, not too many people knew about you guys. Henk, yes, they understood from some of the European rallies that you did that you were quick and noticed the speed that you've got in South Africa as the two of you South African cross-country champions. Brett, they knew you from motorbike, and all of a sudden, boom, 2 podiums in a row.
Yeah, geez, I think Henk can chat a little bit more about that, but it was quite a surprise.
Yeah, I think it was a surprise to us, just as it was a surprise to everyone over here. I think there was sort of an expectation maybe we'll do well on 1 or 2 stages. I think you can see as a lot of the stages depends on where you're on the road, and it's very easy here to make mistakes and get lost and whatever. But yeah, to go out in 2 of the stages where the guys were really on it and be able to compete and stay on the pace of the top guys, that was really unexpected, and well, we're really happy about it. But yeah, it was really nice to see that. I think it's part of what we wanted to come and see here and experience, because we would have never known that before coming here and before actually competing. But it's really nice to finally get a real feeling of what the pace should be like at Dakar. And yeah, we've learned a lot in these few days, and that was one of the big lessons and one of the big feelers of what the pace is actually like.
Both of you have created a massive buzz and a massive interest in the South African racing community, and even wider than that, to go in as rookies. It's just been absolutely fantastic. And just to let you know, yes, you've received lots and lots of messages from South Africa, but the whole country is just absolutely, we're so super proud of you and what you guys have achieved. Henk, just a question that I was asked earlier this week was, how hard were you really pushing? Or was it just a normal Henk and Brett ride where you were within yourselves?
Yeah, that's what I meant by realizing what the pace is like here. I honestly thought we were going to have to be on the limit all day, every day, to be able to stay with the top guys. But honestly speaking, we were driving at a similar pace, or maybe even a bit more cautiously in certain areas than in South Africa. So it was good to see that. I don't think we have to be completely on the limit all the time. I think you have to push a little bit to go and win a stage by a few minutes. But from what we saw, we could drive at a semi, not, I wouldn't say relaxed, but you can leave some margin in some more dangerous areas. I mean, for stage 3 and 4, we were taking it a more cautiously where the navigation was difficult or where it looked dangerous. And I mean, we had dune crossings, and the sand is something that I don't know at all at the moment. I've spent very little time in the sand, so I think there's still a lot of time to gain there, and there's a lot of time to gain for us in this sort of terrain. We don't have the riverbeds and the terrain that you race here. So yeah, we weren't on the limit all the time, definitely. So yeah, it was actually a relatively comfortable pace.
If my name was Stefan or one of the or Carlos, I would be shitting in my pants hearing you speak with the level of conservatism that you went. 24 years old. The other guys are 50 and north of 50. Just imagine with another 5 or 6 years experience, this must give you like an inner, I won't say confidence, but maybe a bit of peace, and to put some of the doubt that may have been in both of your guys' minds, to know that, hey, you actually are truly world class.
Yeah, I think the past day or so, I've had a lot of time to lie by myself and have a think about everything and all that's happened over the past few days. And I think the big thing for me is, I wouldn't say it's peace, it's more almost a bit of a drive. We've come here and sort of, I'm surprised that we could be almost on the pace of the top guys. So I really want to just drive more and get some more experience. We've seen we need a lot more seat time in these sort of conditions. So I don't know.
With these types of road books, it's so vastly different to what we've got back in South Africa. It's so important that we get more time in the seat with this type of navigation and under race conditions, because doing it under practice conditions just doesn't simulate it well enough.
Brett, we've got Andrew Horn, who's handling questions and comments from viewers. Andrew, what are you picking up at the moment?
As you said, Colin, just a hell of a lot of a buzz around these, around Henk and Brett. You guys did a phenomenal job. We've had Tim Sawyer sending on his regards, Marcella Orego, Charles Bluchnoot, David Van Zweel, all wishing you well and a speedy recovery. And yeah, I think everybody just blown away with what you've achieved this year. And yeah, speedy recovery to you, and we can't wait to see what you can achieve with a bit more seat time next year.
Brett, I want to come back to the navigation that you mentioned, and it being new to you and needing a lot more practice. You know, we had some comments from some of the other guys that it was not, you know, a bit of a lottery and a gymkhana, I think Carlos called it. But it's the same for everybody, and it's a case of getting used to it. And you must have got into your rhythm to come second and third. You don't do that with just by luck. That's proper good work.
Yeah, I think, you know, stage 1 and stage 2, we had a couple of mistakes which we learned from very quickly. That was, I think, where it started heading in the right direction. Because stage 3 onwards, Henk and myself started working more like a team on the navigation rather than me purely doing the navigation. Yeah, it helped that we were working as a team, and that Henk was looking out for things a little bit more than possibly the first 2 days. Yeah. And that's I think where it started coming together, and we started gelling well with the navigation. We didn't make too many mistakes on those 2 days. We had 1 or 2 wrong slots, but we didn't go off the route for very long. So yeah, that's where it helped a lot. I think the other thing is the pace is drastically different to what you do on a bike, and when you've got these complicated instructions on the road book and not having seen the road book before the time, you've just got to be extra careful when you're not sure what's going on.
And is it also a case of asking your driver just to, particularly when it's really, really tricky and you've got 3 or 4 instructions, boom, 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 to just hold on a minute, let's not make an error, because going down a road you can lose minutes, whereas just reining it in slightly, it's more like seconds that you lose. So that communication, do you need to reel him in when you're catching up on the small stuff?
That's exactly what we did. Unfortunately, somehow we got a little bit wrong on stage 5, where there was something that was off the track that wasn't marked as seriously as it should have been. The thing that we went through was marked as a double caution. I mean, we go through double cautions, and we'd been through double cautions throughout the race without any major issues, but this was quite a serious one.
Yeah, and it's got really the consequences. We're so glad that you guys are there, but the biggest consequence is missing out on the 7 stages experience, and in particular the sand experience.
Yeah, no, it's a bit sad, or it's not a bit sad. It's very sad for us that we can't carry on driving. Like we said, we need more seat time in races like this, or in this race. So it is really sad going out on day 5. I would have loved to experience a bit more of the dunes and the sand. We were having a lot of fun there where we were crossing dunes. I'm not sure if I'm doing it or how well we're doing compared to the front guys, but it was looking okay. Surely we need a lot more time there, and then, like I said, the next few days are. I mean, yesterday was a full sand day, so we would have gained a lot of valuable experience there.
Awesome. Andrew's got a couple of questions for you, and just understand, busy workshop, we got people in and out here. So Andrew, question that you've got?
Yeah, I've got a question from Garth Roberts, who joined us last night. He was wondering if you guys might be joining the Kalahari Rally as a way to sort of gain some experience as they try and sort of align their road books with the Dakar way of doing things. Can you guys comment, or is it too early for that?
I think, well, at the moment we have no real set plans for the coming year, or nothing that I know of properly. So I think we've come here and we've learned a lot, and now we need to take those experiences and try and build on that throughout the year to be ready for next year. So we definitely want to do more races, but it's up to the team and up to the sponsors at the end of the day. So I'm hoping to do more, but yeah, you need budget for it.
It's always the thing, budget, and also does it fit into Toyota Gazoo's plans? Glyn has been a massive. He seems to have this knack of unearthing superstar skill. He must have been really supportive of you. The role that you guys are playing during the race now going forward, is it more to just gain experience of and just take in the atmosphere, or what are you guys doing in the race going forward?
Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll probably get some odd jobs here and there. But yeah, it's for me, it's going to be just being around the race, trying to experience it and take in as much as possible. I mean, sometimes when you're inside the race, minutes can be to you, and you get caught up into your own race. And I think stepping back a few steps, and if you start to analyze how all the guys are going throughout the stages, you realize that maybe coming a bit off and taking time to make sure of certain things can save a lot of time. So I think it's just to be around the drivers, and I'll want to chat to some of them, hear about their days, and just take in as much as we can while we're here.
Are you spending time with the engineers and looking at the data and listening to those discussions as well?
Yeah, that we do in any case. Every night after stage, we have a full debrief with all the drivers and the engineers. Lots of discussions around what happened throughout the day. What's the car doing? What's going on with the tires? All these sorts of things. There's a nice team here, and you can really have good discussions with them. So yeah, we'll probably sit closely to those and hear what the other drivers are saying, what's going on with the car, and so on. But yeah, no, throughout the race already, it's been you work a lot with the whole team and with the engineers and Glenn and all that.
Awesome stuff. Now, completely not related to racing, but Dakar related. Brett, the food and the toilets, what are they like?
Well, the toilet in the camper over here is very close and convenient.
But are you allowed to do a number two in the camper while somebody else is there?
I'll leave that to your imagination. But yeah, we've got a shower, we've got everything in the camper, we've got everything that we need. It's super convenient. It's really good. We do from time to time go to the ablution facilities, but I haven't used the showers. The organization. In terms of food, we've also got a chef with the Overdrive team. His name's Pepe, and yeah, he prepares food. It's right at our camp or next door to our camp, which is also really convenient, and it's good food. Yeah.
Pepe is absolutely amazing and magnificent, and been with Overdrive since blooming forever. So and his pastas are great, eh?
Yeah.
Right, guys. Andrew, if you've got any question, time to wrap up. I know that time is precious in the Bivouac.
Yeah, we don't have too many more questions. Just lots of people wishing you well. Joe Ferreira's in with us, Dion Fenter, obviously Garth's with us. There was one question that did pop up, was people managed to capture photos of your roll. Do you think they knew that was a dangerous spot and stood there for a reason, or do you think it was just pure fluke?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
We didn't see them.
Yeah, like I realized afterwards that I think there was 3 photographers in the actual rut that we hit. They were just 3 meters to the left. So the rut was deep enough for somebody to stand full length upright in it, and you couldn't see the top of their head from us arriving there. So yeah, it was a really dangerous spot. And like I said, in these riverbeds, in these open areas, you don't always know exactly where to be. Brett told me afterwards, Carlos Sainz went 20 meters to the left coming down the riverbed. So
completely off the track.
Yeah, so we were 2 meters too far to the left, and we hit the run at our race. So sometimes it's just how the cookie crumbles, I guess. But yeah, we've learned a lot from it. I think next time, if we're uncertain of an area, we'll back off a little bit and just make sure that we get back into the right track or the right road. But yeah, I don't think those guys knew exactly what was happening, because the bikes went through there already, and they were also okay. So I guess they were just in a lucky spot.
Yeah, fair enough. Craig come through and said you guys are without a doubt a future Dakar winning team. So, the positivity is still there, and I think whatever you've gained from this, I just hope you continue the momentum for next year.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Brett and Henk, got to say thank you so much for opening up and sharing with us and taking time out of your day, and we look forward to next year. And this will most surely be a different discussion next year, because for sure you have to go back. You've got a lot of unfinished business at Dakar.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your trip, and we'll see you back in sunny South Africa.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Awesome.
Thank you, guys.
Wow, man, Andrew Horndog. How cool is that that they took time out, number one, and number two, that they just open up and share with us?
I think it's fantastic. I think the comment that they're sort of hanging around to learn as much as they can and interact with other drivers and engineers is really, really cool. I think that sets them aside as winners for sure. They're not giving up despite their bad luck. They're trying to get as much as they can out of this experience. And like everybody's saying in the comments, that is a future Dakar winning team, and that's why.
Without a doubt. And you get a different kind of experience now, where you're not focused on the racing part, and take a bit of a step back and get an oversight and a high-level view of the whole team and how the different cars, drivers, engineers, how everything is interacting. That's absolutely, really great. So to you, our viewers, today is Raceday Saturday at Dakar in Saudi Arabia. It is the South African experience, the South African impact, the South African influence that we are focusing on. We've lined up a number of interviews during the day. We're not sure of the timing because we haven't been told the timing yet, but we've got some exciting. I'll just read on the notes that our production department is throwing at me. There's Glyn, there's Chart, Stuart, Dirk, Skylar, Gillian. Skylar, think of that. Glyn, think of that. And Dirk, because he does have a massive South African influence. So if you've got any questions that you'd like or suggestions that you want us to, people that you want us to talk to, send us a note, put it in the comments. The Horn Dog, he's your man, he's your proxy, he'll sort it out. Andrew, thank you very much for that. And we're waiting for the next little link to come in. So to you for watching, thank you very, very much. And keep eyes out because we'll be back. Who knows when? We will be back. Have a great day. Cheers.